Welcome back to my channel, guys. This time for another manga volume review. Welcome once again to my channel, guys. We're going to be reviewing this series, which was brought to me by Yem Press, Doomsday with My Dog. It's it was a little harder to finish, to be honest. And I'm not gonna lie, I did jump around quite a bit, but it's a really good series. It's just, well, I'll explain in a minute. But before anything, check out the Empress. The Empress has been sending me a lot of items for me to review for you guys. This is one of them. This was sent actually a few months ago, so I've been trying to get new stuff out as well as old stuff. So just keep up with me. But this is called Doomsday with My Dog. It's a very cute story, and I'll explain in just a minute, but it is a little bit harder to keep up with it. So I will throw that in the beginning. If you haven't done so by now, guys, also subscribe to my channel. Give some love to the channel by commenting, liking, and sharing. That helps a lot more than you guys think. Not just me, but also Yem Press himself. Okay, so price wise, US, it's $15. There is a link in the description below where you guys can buy cheap manga and light novels. Yum Press is a big company that they always do discounts on in that website. So use that link if you haven't, and you can probably get this one for cheaper than 15. So, Doomsday with My Dog by Yu Ishihara. The story is really just her and him walking in post-apocalyptic area in Japan, and there's reoccurring jokes that happen. One of them, per se, is going to be them finding other dogs or even wolves. He finds a white dog who they fall in love, like the whole love story behind it. He's able to talk to her, and they have a lot of like questions about the world, and they basically are seeing it in the eyes of someone who wasn't raised in a society, right? Uh, Other reoccurring characters that we see is another black dog who also happens to be just he's like a enemy of our main character or main dog character, but then he becomes kind of like wanting to be his friend. We also see a lot. Here's one of the scenes. Aliens. We kind of get the hint that it was their reasons and faults of why the world it is how it is. But a lot of the times, the interactions they have with the aliens are just again questions beyond their mind, philosophy questions that they want to be asking with them. Um, there is times when they do weird things, like they meet these aliens who they are afraid that they're going to be taxidermy because they like to collect rare creatures and taxidermy, and they're like, humans are very scarce in this world, like they might want to just kill you and taxidermy you. So, which is not obviously the thing they wanted. Yeah, pretty good story. The hard thing about this, and there is other humans that do show up, but the hard thing about this one is that it is kind of a 4 panel series, and they're very small, and they're always for me. I can flip to any page, and the dialogue is just full, right? Full dialogue. Um, Here's another one, just full dialogue. Whereas a lot of mangas, um, I'm gonna just because this is an aside here, this is another one that I'm reading. A lot of mangas, they'll have full pages with just no words. Like they're showing you the scene and they're describing it. So other mangas can be easier to read, like this one, for example, which I also will be reviewing pretty soon. Um, yeah, a lot easier to read. This one, it took me a while to finish, which is why, I would go back to it, read a few chapters here and there. They are divided in sections, but almost every page or every 2 pages is essentially one chapter of its own, and it's just the story builds up from there, and you just get close to the characters. Again, reoccurring dogs come out and do some comic relief. We see some humans, we see some aliens. She tries different foods that she has never tried because post-apocalyptic. There's things that they talk about, like, do we even have to care about modesty and all that because they're in this area. So if you like stuff like that, go for it. I will recommend you like reading one or two a day and just have a good laugh and put it aside. Do not binge read this. When I first started reading it, I read maybe I want to say 40 pages of it nonstop because my goal was I need to get this one reviewed, and I didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't until I just put it aside, and ever so often when I would see it, pick it up, read a few pages, laugh, and then move on. I mean, there's a dog at the end where they find, and he calls him daddy. I mean, it's just comedy after comedy that is better than what I thought it was. So, it it has a cute ending into the volume. And I don't know if they're gonna have another one. It is volume one, so I guess they will have volume two, but not sure how that one would be. So we'll see. We do have some past stories. I will say that to how they lived their lives before, um, but we don't really get a lot out of it. So yeah, out of 10, I'm going to give this one 6.5 out of 10. It is a harder book to read, so I'm not going to rate it higher than that. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think on this one. I have been reading it for a while. I've been wanting to review for you guys for a while. So, let me know if you have heard of it. If not, let's start the conversation anyways in the comment section. If you haven't done so, check out the Empress, subscribe to my channel, and give some love to this channel as well. Thank you for your love and support, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.